Welcome back to the second episode of this mini-series dedicated to the article Money is the Megaphone of Identity by Lawrence Yeo. I already made a video in the first episode where I'm talking about what the money spectrum is, how it's structured, and so on. So if you miss it, I will leave the link here somewhere, go and check it out. Today we're going to move toward the top of the tower. Welcome to the freedom phase. Let's move it over. At the beginning of this phase, money becomes a mechanism rather than the end results. This will be the first taste of freedom. In other words, money is used to sustain a lifestyle rather than life himself, as we saw in the first episode. For example, think how many times we heard someone or we heard ourselves complain about our job. I hate my boss, this job sucks, and the pay is shit, and so on. And then, when you answer just, okay, so quit then, this leads 99% of the cases of a defending argument where he or her try to explain why they don't quit their job. The reason are many and vary and depends on the people, but usually are just a list of pros that we can resume with it provides me a lifestyle that me and my family enjoy. So that's why eventually it's worth it. That's it. That's usually the reason why. Lawrence Yeo called this first phase freedom as leisure. But the problem with the freedom as leisure is that it's totally asymmetrical, because you have to work so many hours more than what you actually gain at the end. So if you hate your job, this means that you're gonna accumulate a lot of misery before to enjoy the holiday that you hardly work for. As long as money is the main reason why you work, this will trap you in the lowest part of the freedom phase. To escape this trap, your perception about money and about your work needs a radically changed. So rather than look at your money as a way out of an unfulfilling life, as a normal job with 20 days a year of holiday, see money as a ticket in for a fulfilling life. In this case, the next step will be the freedom in work, where the order of priority completely switches. It's still important to make money, but its primary purpose now is to give you the freedom to work on the things that you really want to build. Think about it. You can reframe your job and the boss that you hate and look at them as your best Patreon supporter who literally gives you money to sustain your work outside of the job. So in this way you reframe and you understand that, okay, I'm gonna work because I want to sleep in the night and I want to have the roof of my head, covered and paid. But once I'm out of there, I can do whatever I want to do and I can be free to work on the thing I want to build. So in this way, personally, it changed completely my perception of work. Now, for example, I have the hobby of making video, so I see my job as my main Patreon partner, which is support me to pay my roof, to pay this camera, to pay me this microphone, but you can have whatever other hobbies you have, musician, or play football, or swimming, or whatever is your hobby. If you reframe the way as you see your work and you approach to your boss or whatever, it will completely change your daily life. This is where you realize that work is not actually about money. It's about working on things that you would like to do even if money was not in the equation. For works, it will become worthwhile, and when work is worthwhile, you will be happy even with a minimal lifestyle. In the freedom as leisure, on the contrary, money is the only reason why you work. So the salary is better to be higher as much as possible to worth it. It sounds like the perfect phase where you're happy with a minimal lifestyle because your work is worth it, and it's fulfilling you because it gives you the freedom to do what you want once that you're out, right? And I agree with you. The problem is that we have been conditioned to see money as an indicator of success and is a sign of status anywhere in the world. As Morgan Housel once said, and I quote, "Humans are wired for status and not for happiness, and the wealth is just the most tangible form of status that exists." Wealth so derives perception for you and from the others around you. So untithing money from your self-worth is a rather difficult thing to do. But ask yourself, how long will these societal norms control the way you live your life? What's so great about having money if you're using it to live a life you are expected to live, rather than the life that you actually want to live? Therefore, money becomes the resource that allows yourself to take control of yourself, because you're working on something that you find fulfilling. And you don't need that much or a lot to keep going. You need just enough. And this concept about enough that Lawrence Yeo proposed, it resonates so much with me that it makes me really want to dig deep into it more and make a part video for that. So if you're interested in the argument, subscribe to don't miss it. So at this point of the journey, Lawrence proposed an ideal moment in the life of everyone where you're working on the things that you really want. For example, a YouTube channel or musician or whatever. And slowly but surely, somebody will pay you for that. So this will make you free and allow you to take it out what Lawrence Yeo called the money belt. So by understanding how much is enough for you with data and with awareness of yourself and everything, you will realize that you don't need that much. So when the money that you earn from your creative endeavor, whatever it is gonna exceed the threshold that you need to keep the things going, so it's gonna exceed your enough, you're gonna gain what Lawrence Yeo calls the fulfilling surplus. This surplus is the best kind of money that someone can have, because it's not just you that is more than what you actually need, but it is also something that you have earned by doing what you really love and what you will have done for free. The best part of the fulfillment surplus is that it frees your attention from money. It's the ticket in from the next phase and the higher phase of the freedom one, which is the freedom in attention. What the fulfillment surplus make you realize is that freedom is not about money, it's about attention. So the less you have to pay attention to money, and the more freedom you are. Forget about a big house, a Ferrari, or whatever other status and ego-driven bullshit the other people around there tells you that you're worth it. Once that you are in the end phase of the freedom phase, you're gonna use money as a tool that serves you. Therefore, a tool that is allowed you to do the things that you really love. So if you don't have any other expectation, it would be really wise to actually stay in this phase as long as we can. However, it's inevitable that We all have a family, we all have different community, and once you have this kind of freedom, you will probably would like it to use it for help the people around you, so you will like to go beyond just the self, but also to help and to expand the boundaries to the others, in the better way or in the worse way. It's up to us to determine in which direction we want to move once that we acquire this kind of freedom. But this is this question that will lead us to the next and the third phase of the tower. But this is another story. I will talk to you in another video. So we're at the end of the video. If you like it, if you enjoyed it, if it was insightful for you, leave me a comment, click a like, this kind of stuff. Once again, really thank you for your time and for your attention. See you in the next one.